Netcasts you love.
From people you trust.
This is TWiT.
Audio bandwidth for the Daily GizWiz is provided by Winamp. Subscribe to the Daily GizWiz and all your favorite podcasts with the ultimate media player. Download it for free at winamp.com. Video bandwidth for the Daily GizWiz is provided by CashFly at CACHEFLY.com. It's time for the Daily GizWiz with Mad's maddest writer, Dick DeBartolo. This is episode 1211 for Monday, November 1st, 2010, The Bagel Guillotine. The Daily GizWiz is brought to you by MailRoute. MailRoute is a secure hosted service providing enterprise-grade virus and spam filtering to companies of any size. For 10% off the life of your account, visit mailroute.info today.
And now, get ready for Dick.
It's a brand new week, a brand new day, and, as the poet would have it, a brand new Daily GizWiz.
It's a brand new week and a brand new day and a brand new Daily GizWiz. It's a brand new week and a brand new day and a brand new Daily GizWiz. The worse your life, and a brand new week and a brand new day, the better we sound. It makes its own gravy. The worse your life, and a brand new day and a brand new day, the better we sound. The worse your life, the better we sound.
Are you playing your remote control? And now, ladies and gentlemen, on the remote control, Mr. Dick DeBartolo. Somebody just said, "Is it the worse your lice, the better we sound?" Is that how? Is that?
No. The worse your life.
Oh, life.
Better we sound.
Although, if you had bad lice, we might sound good too.
Pretty good too, yeah. Or bed bugs. That's the big rage in New York City.
Is that really? I mean, you're living in Manhattan, Dick DeBartolo. Is it really? Can you see the bed bugs marching down Fifth Avenue?
No,
I mean,
not really. They're talking about being unionized. That's how far they've gotten. But so far, it has not affected me directly. But every day there's, I think like one of the theaters now has bed bug. Prone and
a theater, like you go to the theater, you sit in the seat and you get itchy.
Yes.
Ooh, it makes me itch just thinking about it. So do they have pickets out front? What do we want?
Bed bugs.
People.
Where do we want them? Everywhere.
Sitting on us.
The
wow.
thing is, they're so small you don't even notice that they're there.
You hear this little high pitch.
You have to look. You have to be down at my level to see them.
It's funny because New York is such a media town that I think if it weren't, nobody would be aware of this issue. But because, things like 30 Rock, they're making fun of it, it becomes a national issue, right?
No. There's nothing in New York City. The thing I love about New York City is the tiniest little thing gets on every media outlet.
Exactly.
But yet there are bizarre things, and what I like about New York City, I may have told you once before, is I was going to Mad once on the 104, which is the Broadway bus, and there was a lot of traffic, and the bus was going very slowly, and there was a man wearing sandals and jockey shorts, period, walking down Broadway, and the bus was sort of at the same pace. Leo, no one turned around and looked.
Why even look?
What I like about New York City is everybody is, I'm doing my own thing.
Right.
Do what you want. Don't get in front of me.
Everybody wears blinders.
That's it. I am focused on doing what I need to do. Don't get in my way.
But there's a naked cowboy down in Times Square. It wasn't him, though, huh? Because he wears tighty whities.
I think it might have been his father. That could be.
And then I understand that there's a naked cowgirl now on the other side of Times Square.
Yes, that is new. I think the naked cowboy is upset that the naked cowgirl is getting in on his game.
Neither are naked. They're both in wearing underwear, right?
Yeah, they were. Yeah, it's New York City. I mean, we have a little decorum.
Please.
Plus, they're wearing underwear.
And it's probably fairly chilly right now. I mean,
Leah, we are going into a freaky week. Unfortunately, by the time we record again, my boat will be in dry dock already. I can hardly believe it.
Halloween, you do that on Halloween, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But they are predicting next week weather in the mid 70s. It may be 75 by midweek as we record this. So I'm looking forward to that.
Wow. Yeah, it's a strange false summer.
Yeah. What's it doing in Petaluma?
It's rainy and cold. We have your weather.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, I see the naked cowboy suing the naked cowgirl.
Isn't that a riot? Isn't that a riot?
Lord. I own the rights to the naked cowboy concept, naked cow person concept.
Yes, he should have been. Then he would have had something going for him.
Yeah.
While he's at it, he should really take the nakeduncle.com, the nakedfather.com, the
Might
naked
as well just get it all.
grandmother.
Yeah.
He should get them all. Get them all now.
So there's the naked cowboy in the snow. He's actually kind of a good-looking fella. And he has a guitar and he sings, right?
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
He roams around. He signs a lot of autographs. And, of course...
Now, the naked cowgirl is a little more dressed.
Well, she has boots on.
Oh, man.
I know.
Is this good for New York City or bad for New York City?
Oh, you know, I think it's fine. I really do.
You're used to it.
I'm used to it.
You're used to it.
I think it's great. New York City right now is just amazing. Times Square, it's brighter at night than during the day. There are so many amazing billboards. And I know I don't drive, so this doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
It drives the motorist crazy. But they have made many, many blocks of pedestrian malls so that Broadway is down to one lane, but the pedestrians have tables everywhere and benches, and it's great. I love it.
I've always liked New York.
Well, it's not unlike Petaluma when I was out there.
Very similar. We have the Macy's. We have the Gimbals across the street.
Yeah, you do. You have the bench.
We have a bench.
The bench. The bench was booked already. I didn't realize that having one bench in the park, it has to be pre-arranged.
And unlike the naked cowboy and girl thing, we just have a naked cow. So
you did have that, yeah. And then you have the fully dressed cowgirl.
Right.
Who what's that main drag there? She walks on that.
We call it Main Street.
Main Street. Oh, they're so clever out there.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. We got two lights now on Main Street, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, one at the beginning, one at the end. I want to keep those out-of-towners, slow them down. So what's your gadget of the day today?
My gadget, you know what? I'm going to show you. I got an email from a listener who said, a lot of us just don't do so much video. Remember that.
We got to remember the little people. We do have to remember the little people.
But I'm just
they're so little they can't see what we're doing. They're kind of,
This is too good not to pass up.
I'll describe it.
Okay, good, good.
So it looks, have you ever seen a guillotine for cheese? That's about what it looks like.
Well, Leo.
It actually looks like a thumb guillotine.
You are pretty amazing.
What is it? Is it a cheese stick slicer?
It is the bagel guillotine.
Oh, it is. It is.
And
look at that.
It really works.
It's kind of deadly looking. It's got a pointed blade.
It has a stainless steel surgical blade.
Oh, that's a good idea.
It's up, it's up inside this. You can see you don't want to stick your hand up into it, but the blade does not extend down over. So what you do is you just drop the bagel in this piece and you just put this over it and push down, and you can cut bagels right in half easily. And it's from Spoon Sisters.
I love their stuff.
And I have to thank, it was a Daily GizWiz fan who said, Dick, get a hold of the Spoon Sisters. Tell them you want to see the bagel guillotine. And it won a goofy award, the American Society on Aging Silver Award, because they said it makes it easy for people who might have limited dexterity to slice bagels. And as you know, slicing a bagel can be a really traumatic and dangerous affair, especially if they're old and you're trying to slice through a hard bagel.
Oh, a hard bagel. Oh, not good. So I'm curious. I was doing a Google search for bagel trauma.
Yeah.
And I found a physician, a Dr. Smith, Mark Smith, head of George Washington University's Department of Emergency Medicine. And he says, the bagel is inherently unstable because it's round. In fact, there are two unstable surfaces, the knife against the bagel and the bagel against the table. That inherent instability is exacerbated by the firm fight-back crust around a softer middle. This is a speculation, but I theorize it's difficult to modulate the force needed to get through the exterior once you hit the doughy part and you cut your finger.
You know what? It's very funny that you there is a doctor for that, because
He's the bagel finger doctor.
my insurance from after
Does it exempt bagel slicing?
It excludes bagels unless you're on network television. If you're on network television,
then you're allowed.
If you're on any show that has a green room, you're covered, because usually in the green room, by the time you get there, if there was any fresh fruit, it's gone.
Right, so you need a bagel.
And
they're always stale, too.
They're always
The stalest bagels in the world in today's show,
yes,
green
exactly.
room.
When you walk into when you walk
Horrible.
into the green room,
Yeah.
you always figure, are these here from what? The Monday show 2 months
Now,
ago?
to Regis and Kelly's credit, they have a fairly nice fresh bagel slice. But they need one of these slicers. A spokesman for Georgetown University's Medical Center, I'm continuing this article, misunderstanding a voicemail message, returned a reporter's call prepared to discuss fatal injuries. Informed of the real query, she changed course without missing a beat. Oh, bagel injuries, said one Claire Fiore of GWU. Oh, yes, that's one of our biggest. She summoned...
Is it broken down by like poppy, sesame? Like, is there the more dangerous bagel? I think the everything bagel could be the most dangerous. No, go ahead. This is fascinating.
This is fast. I know. She summoned Thomas Stair, head of the emergency medical department, who said bagel accidents this is a true story, are a, quote, recognizable syndrome. There should be a name for it. He said. It's a good opportunity for an eponym. Someone should write a paper and get it named after themselves. The Stair syndrome. There's one bright spot for hospitals. Nearly every bagel victim is insured. Because, as trauma technologist Rick Tuppen puts it, bagel cuts are the bane of the middle class.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this is more than a gadget. This is a learning experience.
It's a savior of an entire class of humans.
Wow.
The middle class.
Wow.
This is our middle class guillotine cut we've been waiting for.
And it's all now $24.95 doesn't seem that bad. You
don't see in the hospital a lot of donut cut problems.
No.
We don't need a donut.
You see the jelly spitting out the end kind
That's
of
bad.
eye injury.
And there is, of course, the famous McDonald's apple pie burn.
Oh, now that is a problem.
Hot apple
I
pie.
like their apple pies, but they're serious. When you go home, you have to let them cool. I'd say 3 days before you can bite into them, because that filling is hot. Hot. So, yeah, well, who knew? Who knew?
Who knew that a company named the Spoon Sisters would solve the bagel conundrum?
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe because they were trying to cut their bagels with spoons.
That could be, or a spork. You can't even successfully navigate a bagel cutting with a spork.
You can jab. You can jab with a spork, but not cut with a spork.
A guillotine.
Right. Well, I am just very pleased to know that the Spoon Sisters have solved this problem for both of us. Now I have another problem that will be solved for both of us.
Yes?
The problem of spam. You ever try to cut spam with a spoon?
Oh, no, I have the spam guillotine.
Actually, I'm talking about that email stuff that you get that just clogs up your inbox. And the spam solution I've been using for 6 years, and it's actually been my stealth solution. I haven't talked about it. Tom Johnson came to lunch a couple of weeks ago. I had a great lunch. And he said, I want to expand the business a little bit. And I said, well, Tom, would you let us just tell people about MailRoute? Because it's the best thing that ever happened to me. And he said, well, I never thought of that. I said, look, we'll make a deal for our TWiT audience. We'll put it on the air. And we'll let it go from there. So here it is. It's called MailRoute. And you can find out more by going to mailroute.info, mailroute.info. That's the website. This is for people who host their own mail servers or host their own domains. This is not, actually, I think they do now have MailRoute for individuals. It wasn't really designed for that. It was designed for somebody like me. I have leoville.com. And I've had this address, leo@leoville.com, for 12, 13 years. Everybody knows it. It's on every mailing. Excuse me. Wow.
It's so tight.
Yes. It's on every, it was that, you know what, the naked cow just walked by. I think I'm allergic.
Oh, yeah.
It's on every spam address mailing list ever, So I get every piece of spam in the world that's ever been made is mailed to a Leoville address. I never see it. Because what happened, so I changed my DNS record so that it's something called the MX record. It's the mail record. Mail that comes to leoville.com first, it gets bounced to MailRoute, where they sanitize it. Now, let me tell you what that means. I have, over the last 12 months, I should say, well, last year, roughly 1 million messages came to leoville.com, all addresses at leoville.com. MailRoute took all but 30,000 of them and threw them away because they were spam. 96.8% of all my mail is spam. But I never see it. It never hits the servers. MailRoute uses very sophisticated techniques to give it not only very effective anti-spam fighting, but also very low false positives. That's the problem, with spam fighting. You can turn up the filter, but then that email from your mom gets bounced. They think it's spam. So they have got it down to 1.25 million false positives. So that means in the last 12 months, according to their stats, no more than 3 of the messages that came to me were actually not spam. That were blocked were not spam. Now, I've gone through the mail store. They don't really throw them out. They put it in a special place. You can go refer to it on the MailRoute site and see if, and I've never found a false positive. So I think it's even lower number than that. Everything they catch is spam. And it's so key to my anti-spam solution because this stuff doesn't even hit my server. So the stuff that does, I then put a secondary filter on locally, and I just don't see spam. It's very effective. You can try it right now, absolutely free. You can go to mailroute.info, learn more. There's individual accounts, but what we're really thinking this is best for is a small to medium business that for reasons of privacy or security doesn't want to use a hosted service like Gmail. They run their own servers. Maybe you're an attorney's office or a medical office that need to keep this confidential. You've got your own spam problem. There are big, expensive boxes you can buy, but they're not as good as MailRoute. And MailRoute is affordable. $2 per user per month, 10 user minimum. I mean, we're not talking a lot of money. And as your head count grows, so does the cost per user. So the cost per user shrinks. It grows inversely. It's a really good solution. It's really done wonders for me. I want you to check it out. If you are a small business doing your own email, this is a solution for you. Some of the clients, University of Georgia uses this. A lot of big companies use it. Tom Johnson, the guy, my friend, wrote FrontBridge, which Microsoft bought in 2005. They call it now Hosted Exchange Services. He's just a really brilliant guy, and he's done a great product. Mailroute.info. Check it out. I think you might enjoy it.
And this letter comes from David Eckhart, who says, now that episode 1200 is out of the way, it's time to start planning your elite party.
Oh.
Specifically, throw 2 parties for episode 1337, one in New York City, one in Petaluma. After all, for this turn, my stomach Tuesday geeks like you guys, you have to throw a party. By my calculation, the Daily GizWiz episode 1337, the geekiest of them all, will happen on April 26th, 2011, right after Easter.
Oh.
Now, answer me this, Dick, Leo, or even the chat room. How did leaked, L-E-E-T, speak and what leaked speak and whatnot come to be known as leet speak? Now, I have no idea what leet speak is. Do you, Leo?
Oh, yeah. In fact, you can Google supports leet speak. If you
I had leet soup for lunch, but
not
it's not
leek,
that,
not
right?
leet. It is the phony speech that hackers supposedly use, but in fact, I think it's just kind of a joke at this point. It's kind of like lolcat. You know about lolcat?
No, I'm way behind the.
Dick.
Yeah, I know. But you see, I'm more upper crust. I'm elite.
You're elite. So lolcat is, I can has cheeseburgers. How cats talk. It's kitty speech.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Leet speech is how hackers talk. It's an alternative alphabet for the English language, this is according to Wikipedia, that's used primarily on the internet using combinations of letters to replace numbers. Or numbers replace letters. So the spelling of the word leet itself, which is short for elite, like I am an elite hacker. So if you're really just like a 12-year-old kid and you want to pretend you're an elite hacker, you write, I am a elite hacker, and instead of writing L-E-E-T, you write 1337. See, the 1 is an L, the 3 is a backwards E, 7 is a T. And
this is good.
Yeah.
I think I'll start using this in everything I write from now on.
According to Wikipedia, you can. There's actually translators that will do this for you.
Is there really?
Oh, yeah. According to Wikipedia, bulletin board systems in the 80s, and I ran one, by the way, where this first started happening. Never happened on my BBS, but they say that's where it came from. If you got elite status on a BBS, you could have access to special stuff. That's true. I did do that on mine, but so anyway.
Oh, they're doing it in the chat room now.
Yeah, you see all that weird. Okay.
Yeah.
So we actually started here when it's. I used to use. I should put this back on the military clock, but when it was 1337, 1:37 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
I would do the leet dance around the studio. Yeah. So
was that? You know what? I thought you had just stuck your toe in an electric outlet when I was out there. I did not realize.
That's right.
That was the leet dance.
Yeah, that's it. Exactly. That was the leet dance. It's really now. It's just it's a joke because the only people who use hackers certainly don't use it.
Yeah, I just looked, and Rosetta Stone does not have
no, they
Rosetta
don't.
Stone for
But
leet.
get this: if you go to Google.com, and you go to your settings, let me just see. They have a variety of odd language settings that you can change in your search, and among them, you can do different languages. Let's see: display Google tips and messages in English, Elmer Fudd.
Oh, that's so
hacker.
funny.
I think hacker is what they call elite. There's pirate. So let me change my Google messages into hacker, and let's see if it now becomes leet.
That's so right.
Save those preferences, and then the page at Google says your preferences have been saved. Thank you. Oh yeah. See. Okay. Now when I go to Google. Let's see if I see anything. Oh, yeah. See, it says Google search. I am feeling lucky. See, it's that leet speech. They're using numbers.
Oh, my word.
Yeah. So, and instead of preferences, it says PR3F3R3N parenthesis 3Z. So you see that we've really made Google leet.
Wow.
Yeah. They call it hacker, but now I don't know how to figure out how to change it back because I can't read it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Never changed like
your as Elmer Fudd, right?
Yeah. Let's go back to Elmer Fudd. I can read
I
that.
I see Elmer Fudd. Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't that funny
Elmer
that they
Fudd's one of that.
they still allow weird languages like that and pirate on talk like a
He's in it now, folks.
All the languages are written in leet.
Oh, so you have to. Oh, that's a
dear.
Oh, Leo, that's a riot.
I think that's Elmer Fudd. Let's try that. Save preferences. Yes. Now I'm in Elmer Fudd. It says Google search. I'm feeling lucky.
Oh, how funny!
Did you not know that?
No, I just think that that's great.
They have a sense of humor. Yeah.
It's the kind of thing that Microsoft wouldn't do in a billion years.
And this is I believe this is why Google gets a pass from people in general, from geeks, because they have a sense. They're geeks themselves. They have a sense of humor about it, right?
And let's just do something silly today. I think it's great.
Yeah. So
I think it's great.
So there you go. There's the whole thing.
While we're talking about that, I know we had a big fight over it when I was there and not on camera. You're not going to bring that up. I still think, Leo, I think there's room for silliness.
No.
in the Daily GizWiz.
No. People trust us for reliable and accurate gadget reviews. And I think if we were to be silly on this show, well, I think everybody would think that we were very serious about what we were doing.
All right.
Dick, I'll see you tomorrow.
I'll be here.
All right.
DAIL. Why? It's the Daily